Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Tom. I really appreciate that. Yeah. So for those who maybe aren't too aware of what we're speaking about here, there are, like Tom was sharing, there are countless energetic channels in the system. They call them nadis, but there's three main ones. There's Sushumna Nadi, which goes up the spinal column. This is an energetic channel up the spinal column, directly in the center. And then there's Ida and Pingala. I think some will describe them as going on either side of Sushumna, and some will describe them as interweaving around Sushumna. There are certain situations where some people have what's called a diverted Kundalini rising, where the Kundalini Shakti will go into either Ida or Pingala rather than the central channel of Sushumna. Now, Ida and Pingala rise up the human body, but they terminate here at the third eye. They don't make it all the way to the crown, whereas Sushumna makes it all the way to the crown. And so, with a quote unquote diverted rising, people can experience all sorts of difficulty that can last a very, very long time. Um, there's very few people that are equipped to support a person directly with managing their diverted rising. Very few people that I've encountered. There's like the books by KundaliniCare.com, Joan Shivar Pita Harrigan. Um, they have a wait list of like 4 years if you want to work with them directly. They don't publish in a book about how to deal with a diverted rising yourself. You have to meet with them on retreat where they'll support you one to one, and they have a very extensive wait list. There are some other teachers out there, but could be expensive. They're all over the world. It's not very easy to access these types of people. And so the way that I thought about how to support people with a diverted rising is I just considered this. I said, where did Kundalini Yoga Care get their insights from about how to deal with a diverted rising? Where did these few teachers out there, these few gurus out there get their insights for how to deal with a diverted rising from? They got it from the Kundalini within themselves. We all have that same Kundalini Shakti within ourselves. The goddess is within ourselves too, right? And so if we surrender to that within us, she knows spontaneously how to redirect a diverted rising. And that's why I was asking Tom if this happened to him spontaneously. And so in those dreams, there was these symbolically, archetypically indicated depictions of a diverted rising correcting itself, going up the right fireman's pole all the way to the ceiling, to the crown and out, for example. So you can trust that if you're experiencing this idea of a diverted rising and you're not able to access a teacher in person that can help you, the Kundalini within, the Shakti within, the goddess within can support you if you turn to her and ask for support and guidance and surrender in that way. And that's what we're speaking about here. And that may not mean that she'll support you in a dream. Like I was saying to Bo earlier, she may, through synchronicity, through the flow, bring you the right book, bring you the right idea. You may find yourself at the right yoga class where they engage in the perfect posture, the perfect breath work, or the perfect bandha or body lock that just moves the energy in the right way. And it just happens like that in a really beautiful way. So don't feel stuck if you feel this idea, I'm having a diverted rising. I'm screwed unless I wait 4 years for a workshop or a retreat. I've seen other people as well that have had things just correct themselves on their own. Don't feel anxious is basically what I'm trying to say. Don't feel anxious. Trust the energy within, the Shakti within. She knows how to correct some of these interesting detours, if you will.